Welcome to our channel. Here you practice English and learn how to start, grow, and scale your own business. Join us on this journey. Improve your skills, build your dream business, and achieve your goals. Let's grow together. Today we will discover how you can test your new business idea for less than $100. Are you ready? Let's start, my friend. That business idea you've been dreaming about for months? The one scribbled in your notebook? The one that comes up after a couple of drinks? The one you know is going to change your life? It's probably worthless, and that's okay. In fact, it's a good thing, because every single great business, every company you admire, started as a worthless idea. The difference is, the founders who make it don't just dream. They get out of their own heads, and they prove their idea can work in the real world. They prove that someone, somewhere, will actually pull out their wallet and pay for it. Most people waste years and thousands of dollars on ideas that were doomed from the start. In this video, I'm going to show you how to avoid that. I'll show you the cheap, simple, online tricks the pros use to find out if your idea is a winner or a dud. And you can do it this weekend for less than $100. This is how you stop dreaming and start building a real business. Intro. The core problem: building in the dark. The single biggest mistake new entrepreneurs make is this: they fall in love with their idea. They treat it like a precious secret. They spend months, even years, polishing it in the dark, convinced that if they just build it, customers will magically appear. This is what's known as building in the dark. It's the entrepreneurial equivalent of building a beautiful, intricate, and incredibly expensive bridge to absolutely nowhere. You spend all your time, energy, and money constructing this perfect thing, only to look up at the end and realize you built it in the middle of a desert, with no one around for miles who needs to cross it. The hard truth, backed by study after study, is that the #1 reason startups fail isn't a bad product or fierce competition. It's because they built something nobody wanted. They created a solution for a problem that didn't really exist, or at least wasn't painful enough for people to pay to solve. This trap is fueled by something called inventor's bias, the natural tendency to be so obsessed with your own brilliant solution that you forget to ask if anyone's actually looking for it. You suffer from what some call the Beyoncé effect. You think you can work in secret for 6 months, drop your finished product on the world, and watch everyone rush to buy it. But you are not Beyoncé. You don't have a legion of fans just waiting to buy whatever you release. You have to earn that attention. You have to earn those customers. And it starts not with building, but with validating. Validation is the process of getting proof. It's the antidote to the fear and waste that paralyzes so many would-be founders. It's about testing your core assumptions before you risk your life savings. This is the "this" in the title of this video. It's the one thing you must do to turn a worthless idea into a valuable business. And it requires a fundamental shift in how you see yourself. Section 1. The shift in mindset. From builder to scientist. Right now, you probably see yourself as a builder. A builder's main focus is the product, the features, the design, the perfection. The builder says, "I'll spend the next 6 months building the best possible version of my product, and then I'll launch it." This is a high-risk, high-cost, and high-stress approach. You're placing a massive bet on your own assumptions with zero outside evidence. To succeed, you need to stop being a builder and start being a scientist. A scientist doesn't start with answers. They start with questions. They don't have convictions. They have hypotheses. A scientist's job isn't to be right. A scientist's job is to find the truth by running experiments and gathering data. Your business idea isn't a holy scripture, it's a hypothesis. For example, I believe that busy professionals, the audience, struggle to find time to cook healthy meals. The problem: I believe they would pay for a service that delivers pre-portioned, healthy meal kits. The solution: a builder would immediately start sourcing organic vegetables and designing refrigerated boxes. A scientist does something very different. They ask, how can I test this hypothesis as cheaply and quickly as possible? Your new job isn't to build the perfect meal kit service. Your job is to run experiments that prove people actually want it. This brings us to one of the most important concepts in the startup world: the minimum viable product, or MVP. An MVP is the simplest, most basic version of your product that you can use to test your core hypothesis. It's not about making something clunky or bad. It's about focusing only on the core feature that solves the primary problem. The classic example is the story of Zappos. In 1999, the founder, Nick Swinmurn, had a hypothesis. People were willing to buy shoes online. Back then, that was a crazy idea. Did he go out and build a giant warehouse and fill it with thousands of pairs of shoes? No, that's the builder's approach. Instead, he went to his local shoe store, took pictures of their shoes, and posted them on a simple website. When someone bought a pair from his site, he would walk back to the store, buy the shoes, and mail them to the customer. That website was the MVP. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't scalable. But it was a cheap, fast experiment that proved his core hypothesis. Yes, people will buy shoes online. He didn't have a business. He had evidence. And with that evidence, he could confidently invest in building the real thing. This is the mindset you have to adopt. You're a scientist. Your lab is the internet, and your mission is to find evidence, not just build a product. The good news is the experiments are simple, cheap, and I'm going to walk you through them right now. Section 2. The 3-Step Validation Framework Introduction. This isn't some complex MBA-level theory. It's a practical, step-by-step framework anyone can use. I call it the Evidence Escalator, and it has 3 simple steps, each designed to get you a stronger signal of interest from your potential customers. First, we have the smoke test. This is where we create a simple front for your business to see if anyone even stops to look. We're basically creating smoke to see if anyone yells, "Fire." Second, there's the traffic test. A storefront is useless if it's on a deserted street. We need to get eyes on your offer, and we'll do it using both free and incredibly cheap methods to drive targeted traffic to your smoke test. And third, the most important step of all, is the payment test. This is where the rubber meets the road. We ask for the ultimate form of validation: money. This is how you separate the mildly interested from the genuinely committed. By following these 3 steps, you'll move from a vague idea to concrete, undeniable data about whether your business has a future. So, let's get to it. Section 3. Step 1. The smoke test. Creating a believable front. The smoke test is about creating a convincing illusion. You're building the front door of your business before you've built the house. The goal is to present your offer as if it's real and see how people react. There are 2 easy ways to do this, and you can set either one up in just a few hours. Method A. The simple landing page. A landing page is a single-page website with one job. Explain your value proposition and get a visitor to take a single, specific action. This is the digital version of the Zappos strategy. So, what goes on this page? Keep it simple. First, you need a killer headline. This should not describe your product. It should describe the outcome your customer gets. People don't buy features. They buy a better version of themselves. For our AI meal planner for busy professionals. A bad headline is, "We use advanced algorithms to generate meal plans." A good headline is, "Eat healthy in under 2 hours a week, even with a crazy schedule." See the difference? One is about you, the other is about them. Second, add a few bullet points explaining how it works and what the benefits are. Focus on the pain you're solving. Stop wasting hours on Pinterest looking for recipes. Eliminate last-minute, unhealthy takeout. Save money on groceries by buying only what you need. Third, and most importantly, you need a call to action, CTA. This is the button that lets you measure interest. For now, it doesn't have to be a Buy Now button. It can be something as simple as Sign up for early access or Get notified on launch day. You just connect this button to a simple email capture form. You can build this with simple, cheap tools like Card, or even use the free plans on builders like Wix or Squarespace. The goal isn't a design award, it's a functional experiment. The story of Buffer is a perfect example of this. The founder, Joel Gascoigne, had an idea for a tool to schedule social media posts. Instead of building it, he created a simple landing page that explained the concept. But he added a genius twist. He included a plans and pricing button. When people clicked it, it took them to a page that said, "You caught us before we're ready. Enter your email and we'll let you know when we launch." People weren't just interested. They were trying to give him money. That simple test, which cost almost nothing, gave him the evidence he needed to build what is now a multi-million-dollar company. Method B, the social media facade. Maybe you don't even want to build a landing page yet. Fine, you can run a smoke test right on the social media platforms where your target audience already hangs out. Start by creating a professional-looking profile for your business idea on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. Don't label it as a future idea. Present it as if it's a real, functioning business. Then, start posting content that acts as a prototype for your offer. For our AI meal planner, you could post sample content, share a PDF of a sample 3-day meal plan, and see how many people download or comment on it. Run polls. Use Instagram stories or Facebook group polls to ask direct questions. What's your biggest struggle with meal prep? A, finding recipes. B, grocery shopping. Or C, the time it takes. This is free market research. Share mock-ups. Got a physical product idea? Create a digital mock-up. A software idea? Create a few screenshots. Post them and ask for feedback. Working on a new dashboard. Which of these two layouts feels more intuitive? The key here is engagement. You're starting conversations and gathering real data. You're not just looking for likes. You're looking for thoughtful questions, feature requests, and people asking, "When can I get this?" Those are the signals that you're onto something. Section 4, Step 2, the traffic test, getting eyes on your offer. Your beautiful landing page and clever social media posts are useless if no one sees them. The next step is to drive a small but highly targeted stream of traffic to your smoke test. This is where we put our hypothesis in front of real people. Method A, paid ads on a micro budget. The words paid ads might sound expensive, but they don't have to be. We're not trying to launch a national campaign. We're trying to buy Meta. For less than $100, you can get your offer in front of thousands of your ideal customers. Platforms like Facebook and Instagram are perfect for this because their targeting is incredibly powerful. For our AI meal planner, you wouldn't just show your ad to everyone. You'd target it specifically. For example, demographics, women and men, aged 28 to 45, living in major cities. Interests, people who follow pages related to Tim Ferriss, Whole Foods, Meal Prep, CrossFit, and Entrepreneur Magazine. You can run a simple ad campaign for $10 a day for 7 days. That's $70. The ad links directly to your landing page. What are we measuring? Not sales, because we have nothing to sell yet. We are measuring the click-through rate and the conversion rate. The CTR tells you if your headline is grabbing attention. The conversion rate is the percentage of people who, after clicking the ad and reading your landing page, were convinced enough to give you their email. If you spend $70 and get 100 people to your page, and 15 of them sign up, that's a 15% conversion rate. That is a strong signal. That's data. That's evidence that you're solving a real problem. Method B, free organic traffic. If you want to spend $0, you can use organic methods. This takes more hustle, but the feedback can be even more valuable. The key is to find the online watering holes where your target audience gathers. Where do your ideal customers hang out online? They're probably in specific Facebook groups, Reddit subreddits, or online forums. Now, the critical rule here is, do not spam. If you just jump into a group and post, "Check out my new thing," you will be ignored and probably banned. You have to provide value first. Here's how to do it right. 1. Join and listen. Join 5 to 10 relevant groups and just read for a few days. What questions do people ask over and over? What are their biggest complaints? This is gold. 2. Engage and help. Answer questions. Offer advice. Become a helpful member of the community. 3. Share your journey. After you've established yourself, you can make your move. But frame it as a request for feedback, not a sales pitch. Post something like, "Hey everyone, I've noticed a lot of us here struggle with finding time to eat healthy. I'm exploring an idea for a tool to make meal planning easier and put up a quick page explaining it. Would anyone be willing to take a look and tell me if I'm onto something or if it's a dumb idea?" This approach is humble and invites collaboration. You will get incredibly honest feedback. People will tell you what they like, what they hate, what's missing, and most importantly, whether they would actually use it. If you're finding these practical, no-fluff steps useful, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Every week I share more ways to help you build your business smarter, not harder, so you don't have to waste time on the things that just don't work. Section 5, Step 3. The payment test, the ultimate proof of concept. This is the final, most crucial step, the moment of truth. So far, people have given you their attention and their email. Both are valuable, but they are not the ultimate currency of business. The clearest signal of commitment is a person's willingness to pay. People will lie to you, not because they're malicious, but because they're nice. If you ask friends, "Do you like my idea?" they'll almost always say, "Yes, it's great." But the question isn't, "Do you like it?" The question is, "Will you buy it?" The payment test is designed to answer that question. Method A, the pre-order. This is the most direct way to validate demand. You change the button on your landing page from Sign Up to Pre-order Now. This requires a little more setup, but it's easier than ever with platforms like Gumroad or Stripe. Here's how you frame it. 1. Offer a big discount. The AI Meal Planner will launch at $20 per month. Pre-order today and lock in a lifetime rate of just $10 per month. This rewards early believers. 2. Be radically transparent. You must be honest. State clearly, this is a pre-order to validate demand. We plan to collect 100 pre-orders before we start building. If we don't hit our goal, you will be fully refunded. This builds trust and reduces the customer's risk. 3. Set a deadline. Create urgency. This founder's discount is only available for the next 7 days. Your goal here might not even be to turn a profit. It's to hit a validation target. This could be Noah Kagan's challenge. Can you get 3 paying customers in a weekend? Or maybe a target of 50 pre-orders. The number doesn't matter as much as the act itself. The moment that first person enters their credit card information for something that doesn't exist yet, that is the most powerful signal in the universe. That is when your worthless idea starts becoming a real business. Selling your idea before you build the product reduces financial risk and helps you get customer feedback to adapt your offer. Method B. The Founder's Circle. A slightly softer approach is to sell access to a paid beta group. Instead of pre-ordering a finished product, customers pay a smaller fee to be part of the development process. Frame it as an exclusive opportunity. Join our Founder's Circle for $25. You'll get lifetime access to the AI meal planner when it's built, and you'll be part of a private group where you can help us shape the features of the product. This is incredibly powerful for 2 reasons. First, you still get payment validation. Second, you are recruiting a small army of passionate early adopters who are now financially and emotionally invested in your success. They will give you the best feedback and become your first and most powerful case studies. What if you run these tests and no one buys? What if you get 0 pre-orders? This is not failure. I repeat, this is not failure. This is the system working perfectly. You have just bought invaluable knowledge for a tiny fraction of the time and money you would have otherwise wasted. You've learned in a matter of weeks what takes most founders years and a mountain of debt to figure out. This idea, in its current form, doesn't work. And that gives you the gift of being able to pivot, change your approach, or move on to the next idea without having risked it all. Conclusion. So, that idea in your head? It's worthless. Its value is only determined by the market, and your job is to go to the market and ask. Stop building in the dark. Stop falling in love with your solution before you've confirmed the problem. Shift your mindset from a builder to a scientist. Your job is to test, not to assume. Then, follow the 3 simple steps on the evidence escalator. 1. The smoke test. Create a simple landing page or social media facade. 2. The traffic test. Drive a small amount of targeted traffic to your offer. 3. The payment test. Ask for the ultimate validation, a pre-order. An idea is just a thought, but a validated business, one with proof that real customers want it and will pay for it, that is the start of your future. You have the framework. You know the steps. The only thing left is to take action. Your task now isn't to write a 50-page business plan. Your task is to take one of these steps today. Set up that landing page. Join that Facebook group. Start the experiment. Stop dreaming and start testing. Because that is how you turn your idea into something truly valuable. If this video helped you, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Thank you for watching. And now test your idea and create a valuable business.